Imagine giving half your money to those who are in need, but then forever being eternalized as a wee little man. This is another perspective on a familiar Bible story. Today we're looking at Zacchaeus. Is he up there? It's found in Luke chapter 19. You might know Zacchaeus from his song, Zacchaeus was a wee little man was he. But it stinks for Zacchaeus that that's how he gets remembered. Because if you read the story carefully in Luke 19, there's some subtle details that really change your perspective on this guy. I think part of what happens with Zacchaeus is that we assume, oh, he's a tax collector, and so he must be a bad guy, and everyone in the text already said that he's a bad guy, so we're just expecting him to be a bad guy. And then, with that bias in our head, we fill in the details and miss what the Bible actually tells us about this dude. In Luke chapter 19, verse 8, Zacchaeus says to Jesus, "Look, I give half of my money to the poor." We hear this and we think, oh, look, Zacchaeus is having a change of heart. Jesus has warmed his soul and now he's a generous guy. The only problem is that's our bias working on this character once again. We're just like all the people in the crowd grumbling that Jesus is eating with a tax collector and a sinner. But what he's actually saying is, Jesus, I do give. Not only that, but we know from looking at the typical movements that happen when Jesus forgives or transforms someone's life, all those other stories in Scripture, this story doesn't follow the typical patterns. Zacchaeus never offers a confession that Jesus forgives. All he says is, I give half of my money to the poor. So the story of Zacchaeus isn't about some sort of grand conversion that's taken place. It's actually a chance for us to step back and recognize when we make assumptions about the character and the position of people's hearts. So we might want to rewrite that song that we're always singing. Zacchaeus was a wee little man and he was super generous. Quit judging him.